In this video, we're going to break down the strategies that helped me cross over $4,000 in October on Amazon KDP. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've been publishing for 3 years. I've crossed 6 figures, and this channel is dedicated to helping you believe that books are profitable and helping you believe that if it worked for me, it can work for you. So I've had a lot of questions about how much I'm actually spending on ads. And the majority, what is the percentage of books that are making money? I haven't done a video like this in a while, and I want to be very vulnerable with you to help you understand why. And it kind of started, I used to always share my income on KDP, and then my account was suspended and the income potentially went away. And I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed that that happened to me. I believe a lot of it was out of my control. Since then, I've had my account terminated, then turned back on. I've had my account suspended on accident by Amazon. And then just this past summer, I've had another self-publisher do a copyright strike on my account. Anytime that you get a copyright strike on your account, they will pause your account and it's essentially suspended. So I want to get over that. Like, life happens, it happens to us, and I'm not doing anything dishonest, so I shouldn't be embarrassed. So I want to apologize for that absence of covering up my little open wounds, and I feel like they're healed, and that's why I'm like, okay, you know what, I can share whatever happens. But I also want you to know that if people decide not to share their income on their YouTube channel, I think that's okay too. I respect that privacy. The only reason that I actually share it is so you gain inspiration. So if this is inspirational or it inspires you or gives you ideas, then I want you to put that in the comments, because that is the goal of this channel, is to let you know what is possible. And I was thinking about this because I found a video from last year here on YouTube. I have over 945 videos for you to learn from. And a year ago, I was at 511 books. And I realized that I've published 100 books over this past year. So that's essentially like 3 books. There was a time where I was uploading 3 books a day. It's not sustainable. So we also talk about what is sustainable on this channel, okay? So I'm going to share my royalties with you, and then I'm going to share my ad screen with you. And then as I do that, I want you to put in the comments any questions that you have about the journey, because it is easy to look at channels that say this book makes 40 grand, but it's not their book. And I think we do that to be inspired. And I think that's okay. I think we should find ways to be inspired. But there is a little bit more insight and strategy that you can get when you are learning from someone who is a couple chapters ahead. And that's the cool thing, because I have only been doing this for 3 years, and I've learned this, and I'm sharing it with you because I do believe that an additional $4,000 is life-changing. And when I first started, I actually could probably pull that up with my KDP royalties. The $18.77 that I made in the beginning, it was life-changing to me, because I was shooting weddings and I was leaving my family for 8 to 14 hours on the weekend. I wasn't able to do Saturday activities with them, and I didn't like that. And then when I got home, I was having to spend a lot of time editing those photos or that video. But also, being in charge of someone's most important day besides their funeral is a lot. And I honor that. And I was so grateful that so many brides trusted me. So I feel like I've spent time, I was doing that for the course of 12 years, essentially, right? I had a boyfriend and he passed away suddenly. And after speaking at his funeral, somebody asked me to help them with the wedding. And it gave me this sense of purpose, where I could just focus on other people's love in my own grief. And I did that for years until I met my husband and we started our family, and that healed a lot of my grief. Grief, it doesn't always necessarily go away, but there was a part there. So you will go through evolutions of yourself too in life. And so if you're on this journey and you feel new to KDP, like it's okay, I've been there too. Okay. So also some of you have asked about mindset. So be comfortable just to drop questions in the comments for me to do follow-up videos too. Okay. So let's actually dive into what this looks like. And thanks for being here. Let's pull this up. I think the first thing that I'll share is my what I spent last month. So the ad spend is $1,799.43. We were able to sell $10,432.10 worth of books. My average cost per purchase, the CPC, is 35 cents. And the advertising cost of sale is 17.25. My profitability is like, I think each book has its own advertising cost of sale. And so when you see this number in your entire book account, it represents all of your books as a whole. But as we know, each book has its own A cost. So you do have to understand how much each book percentage is. And so that's why I always look at what has come through my book account through ads and then my KDP report of like what is happening in the orders, because you can have ads on and it can increase your organic sales. That's a really important thing that people overlook. Okay. Now, there is a big gap here between my spend and my sales. And you might be thinking like, wow, this looks like she profited like $8,000. This is the sell price. Like this is what a customer pays. This doesn't include Amazon printing, binding, shipping, and delivering the book. So there is a fee there, right? But we don't do any of that. So that's a huge blessing in my opinion. My best sellers, my top best sellers, I'm going to show you what they've made individually, but some of those are hardcover. So I actually have to I have to charge more for hardcover because they cost more to print. Okay. So let's go over to the royalties. So we put in, we spent almost 18, too bad it's not 1800. We spent $1,800 in ads. Okay. And the October we made $4,393.08. So if we took in, let's do the math, 4393 point, I'm going to round up just a little bit because I don't know that full ads number. Let's just say we used 1800 instead of 1799. That is a royalty of 2,593.08. That's what went into my pocket. So that to me, that is life-changing money to me, even though I've been doing this, okay? Even though I've been doing this for 3 years, every time, like $2,500 in addition, like that covers a lot of bills. It covers housing. It covers so much stuff. Okay. So this did take 3 years, but this isn't the only thing I've been working on too, right? Because I have a YouTube channel. You guys have seen I've uploaded 945 videos at the time of this. And I actually love that. I love connecting with you almost more than I love the books because I don't see the customers. I see the reviews that they leave. But let me pull back the curtain a little bit so you can kind of see what happened in October. Okay, so of the 4,300, the $4,393, these are my books. I'm gonna kind of walk you through some of the information around this. It's kind of interesting that because I ran ads, I spent money to make money, that my top selling book was essentially what I brought in. for my KDP. So there's a couple things here. The top book is has made $2,656. Now, this is in one niche, okay? So the next book, same niche. Next book, same niche. Next book, same niche. Next book, new niche. Next book, same niche. Next book, same niche. Next book's new niche. Next book, new niche. Okay. So sometimes when we're like, my books aren't being profitable, are you republishing in your winning niche? Okay, because you can see here, like, what if I just would have relied on that first book? I would have just broke even this month, right? Like it would be different because I wouldn't have spent that much on ads. So it's actually not a fair comparison. But I want you to know that these are all like really similar niches, okay? So then when we get down to the price point of the $8.86 over here, that is my workbook that's under my name, and it was one of the first books that I published. And so it's something that like I was learning about. Um, and there's still like so much more progress I could make on that book. Okay. So the next niche, new niche, new niche, new niche, new niche. There's this section of these books that have made $7.38 so far. And I've been testing out some new ideas, and I kind of feel like I kind of feel like I'm going to start a new trend on KDP. And so this is me November 4th telling you I think I'm going to start a trend on KDP. And I need to figure out how to share it with you guys without having a bunch of people copy. Because even if I copyright this and trademark it, people can still go after this category and do this type of book, which has been super fun. Is inspired by my little kids. All of these new niches inspired by my little kids. Okay. The book that's made $6.49, new niche. $5.75, new niche. 554, original niche that's made me money. Next one, 541, original niche. So some of these that are only making $4 or $5, it's because I haven't turned on ads for them yet, and I actually have started a new process where I'm doing that more, where I want to get more organic sales first. Because if I'm getting organic sales first, then that means that the cost is going to go down when I'm advertising because I'm getting organic sales. So some people will turn on ads and they're not able to break even. And so having like the organic sales first is really, really good test, because then you know you have room. Okay. So a lot of the 100 books that I made this past year, these ones are starting to sell. So the 369, new book, new book, new book, new book, 369, new book, new book. All these 369s are when you price a 100-page book at $9.99. Okay. So all these, 350, it's a little bit cheaper. It's like $8.99. 344, 315. These are all just in this month. I'm just testing this new stuff, because if we can get like the 96 cents, that's my radical authenticity guidebook. Okay. The 106, actually, big shout out to my boy, my son. This is the first book he ever published, and it got its first organic sell after 3 years. We haven't run ads to it. But it was very, very, very cool that he did that. He is very excited. Okay. So you can see that the first 2 pages of my KDP account sold, something sold, but I have 150 block books that I'm working with an attorney to get unblocked to try to get Amazon to give those back to me. So let me know what questions you have. I might publish a couple more books for 2025 if I have time. I've really been into creating more like YouTube videos for you guys. That's been very fulfilling for me too. So the more questions you can put in the comments, the more I can create resources and videos to help you on your way. And just remember, when you don't quit, let's move this little highlighter thing. When you don't quit, then you can't lose. And Sometimes we think that transformation takes a long time. Now, I don't really believe in, I don't think pyramid schemes are, they're not a good thing. So with Amazon KDP, like you can make money a little bit every day, and that's really, really powerful. I love you. Here is a video that YouTube is suggesting. Let me know how I can help you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.